In one of my previous videos, I talked about what may be causing pain while you're playing violin. So in today's video, I would like to walk you through playing a G major scale with Alexander Technique instructions to try and create a little bit more awareness about your body and your posture while playing. While Alexander Technique is a hands-on, primarily educational method, I know that verbal instruction can still be very helpful. So even though I'm not in the room with you, see if my verbal instruction can create a little bit of a pause for you to notice what's going on in your body and maybe put a pin in it enough to change the habitual response. Hi, I'm Ariadna. I teach violin full-time at my studio in Boston, Massachusetts, and this is Mindful Strings, where I help you learn the violin on your own time and love every step of the process, because you are going to create an efficient, functional practice for yourself that fits into your busy life and allows you to play the music that you love sooner rather than later. If you're interested in going deeper, please check out the free 15-minute Get Better at Violin guide I put together for you guys by clicking the link down in the description box below. Now let's get started. If you haven't already, pick up your violin and your bow. See if you could hold your violin with both hands. Place your feet roughly hip-width apart. And shift your weight slightly to the toes and then back to the heel. And then slightly back to the toes again. Notice what happens with your back line when you're shifting back. Chances are you may notice some tension down the backs of your legs as well as your back and neck. So go ahead and balance yourself slightly more over the balls of your feet versus heels. Allow your neck to be free, your whole back to lengthen and widen. Notice your breathing. Don't try to do anything specific as you're listening to these instructions. Just notice what's going on in your neck, notice what's going on in your body, and just kind of see if you can mentally repeat that direction of allowing your neck to be free. That's going to be your main thing for today. When you're ready, bring the violin into playing posture. You can keep your hand on the shoulder of the violin for now. Once again, notice your breathing. Notice your shoulders. Are you able to comfortably hold the violin here without interfering with your neutral stance? You can move your hand down into first position. Bring your elbow slightly forward. Make sure your forearm is rotated so that the fingers are over the G string, ready to go. Once more, notice the feet on the ground. Notice your weight being supported by the ground. Think of the bow hair being attracted to the string, and so you're going to lift the bow, thinking of that bow hair coming to the string, and you're going to place the bow hair on the G string. Check that your thumb is round on the bow hold, and the rest of the fingers are resting lightly on the bow. The only finger that's on top of the stick balancing is your pinky. You may press it down a little bit as a spring. If it's curved, you're going to get something like this. It's like a bit of a seesaw. The bow is going to be seesawing on the G string. Without applying any extra pressure, you're going to just basically use the weight of the bow and a little bit of the weight of your arm. I want you to go ahead and pull the bow and play an open G string. You're going to straighten your elbow, place the first finger down to play the A. A little pause. Allow your neck to be free, your whole spine to lengthen. Place the second finger down. Third for the C. Breathe. One of the common things that happens with violinists is that we stop breathing when we play. Imagine that you're standing in the body of water and the level is just at your elbows, or maybe even a little higher. It's as if the buoyancy of the water is helping to support your violin and your arms. Check in with your bow hand that it's still springy and not tense. Here for a second you can try and raise your shoulders and then drop. Just kind of a contrast experience of what it's like if you had your shoulders lifted. And if you do find them lifted, then go ahead and allow them to release. Playing the B next. C natural. Notice the ground under your feet one more time. Check in with your thumb on the left hand. Glide it lightly on the neck of the violin. Make sure you're not squeezing the string too much. On the way down, let's go ahead and use our pinkies. So bring the pinky closer to the string. Make sure it's as round as it can be. Prepare the pinky for the A. Notice the weight of the bow gliding on the string. Allow the wrist of the right hand to lead the bow. Notice your back. Are you breaking your back? Are you shifting your pelvis forward or back? On the up bow, feel a nice expansion in your rib cage. In other words, the ribs are allowed to move as you breathe. If it feels too advanced for you to go through the whole scale with me, that's okay. You can actually just focus on playing just one note. You can either stay on playing the open G string while going through the scale with me, or you can actually just stay on the open G while I'm going through the scale, or play one of the other Gs, whether it's the third finger on the D or the second finger on the E. It should sound just fine, but you are still able to follow the instructions and benefit from the verbal guide. If you have done this exercise with me, please drop me a comment down below letting me know what your experience was like. As always, also let me know if you have any questions. Happy mindful practicing, and I'll see you next time.